Welcome once again to the Mask Fan Attic, which is the attic where all you fans of masks and, well, all you Halloween enthusiasts and horror lovers can come up here and lurk around with me and see what kind of weird, interesting stuff you can find. Like, for example, well, right here, can you see this? This is the T virus. This is a vial containing the famous T virus that turns people into flesh-eating zombies. And, well, I apologize for that. You know why it's called the T virus, don't you? Yeah, because when it was invented, all we were trying to do was brew some tea. But, moving right along, tonight in the Mask Fan Attic, we have a cool mask right here from Don Post Studios. This is an old vinyl Quasimodo. Why do I say vinyl? Because it's made of vinyl rather than latex, like the majority of collectible masks. That is, the majority are latex. A few are vinyl. This guy came out in the mid to late 1970s. Now, after Don Post Studios had their contract with Universal Studios come to an end, after that licensing agreement ran out, you see, all those famous movie monster masks like Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy, Creature, Hunchback, Phantom, Mr. Hyde, those masks all were discontinued when the license ran out. So after that, in the late 70s, Don Post Studios came out with some that were sort of replacements, sort of non-movie related, but similar to those characters. And I really like a lot of those masks. I think a lot of those 70s Don Post originals were wonderful masks that, you know, I would like to see them reissued one day. And this one was, again, one of the vinyl ones. The vinyl masks tended to be a lot cheaper, and they never had hair glued on, probably because nobody can find a good glue that really sticks to vinyl worth a darn. But this obviously was their answer to the Hunchback, was to come out with this character called Quasimodo. Now, there was another mask which I liked even better than this one, which was a deluxe version that was a similar sculpture but a little different. It had glued on hair, the blonde hair of the kind that they used on some of the Captain Kirk masks back in the day. Some of the deluxe Quasimodos had that same type of hair on there. But this one obviously has sculpted hair. Now, the deluxe one was latex, was usually poured in black latex and stipple painted flesh color. He didn't have teeth, if I remember right. I think his mouth was closed altogether. But other than that, he was very similar to this. He had a little bit more of a neck that came down, and he had real hair glued on, of course. But my version with hair rotted years ago and sort of deteriorated and fell apart, and well, it happens to the best of us, Quasimodo. But the vinyl version, sometimes, again, pretty rare now, because this was only available for, I'm going to guess, maybe 2 to 3 years in the 70s. Pretty rare today, but because vinyl, if it's treated right, holds up pretty well, you still occasionally see one in decent condition, like this one here. And, well, if you see one at your local mom and pop privately owned costume shop, if you're lucky enough to have one of those in your neck of the galaxy, or if you find one on eBay or some other online source, again, it's been out of production for about 1,000,000 years because it is from the late 1970s, but it's a cool mask and it has a nice retro look to it. If you like horror, nostalgia, and vintage Halloween, this has really the great vintage Halloween vibe going on. So I recommend the old vinyl Quasimodo from Don Post Studios in the 70s. If you can lay your hands on one, pick it up. It's a nice mask. And now I'm going to go look for other things here in the attic. So go on, go about your business. Find something to do.